Hello everyone, it is week 10B of our CSA shares for the 2025 season. I am Stephanie, your CSA coach. One quick announcement, next week, so next Tuesday, there will be no live. I leave for vacation tomorrow, so I will be away next week, but the lives will resume the following week. So no live unboxing next week. Jumping right into this week's shares. We have cucumbers. Cucumbers get stored right in the crisper drawer of our fridge. Can be used as snacks, can be used as a vessel to, like if you want nice little kind of bite-sized bites for lunch or dinner or an appetizer, you can use them as a vessel. You can actually kind of make them about that thick, scoop out the inside, the seeds, and put whatever you're using in. So like a chicken salad, tuna salad, egg salad. They're great with dips, great with hummus. You can make your own hummus. I believe there's a PDF for hummus on the hub. There's a dill dip, vegetable dip that's on the website. I know there's a cucumber salad, and you can also pickle them. We have new this week are peppers. Peppers are stored in the crisper drawer of the fridge. These are green bell peppers and these are Cubanelle peppers. Both great raw. Just slice them up and again use them. There's a lot of vegetables that would be really good for like a vegetable dip or big charcuterie platter with lots of fresh vegetables on it. So think kind of in that way. Also great in a salad. But these are great raw. So Cubanelles and bells stored in the fridge, in the crisper drawer. You can also stuff them. So you can stuff them and cook them. That's another option. They can also be grilled and they're great in stir fries. Summer squash. Summer squash is stored in the crisper drawer of the fridge. Summer squash is great raw. Also a great addition to veggie dips. It's also fantastic grilled. That's probably our favorite way to use it. We slice like thick, long slices, lay it right on the grill, and you get your nice grill marks on it. Just lightly oil and then salt and pepper, and that's it. And that's a side. Lots of vegetables that would be great in a sheet pan roasted vegetable dish also. So think in terms of that as well. Great in stir fries also, but stored in the fridge. Bunch of recipes on the website for summer squash if you're looking for something different. We have eggplant. Eggplant is stored in the fridge in your crisper drawer. Eggplant doesn't like to be moist, so we want to keep it dry, so you can wrap it in like a paper towel or a cloth and then put it in the fridge. Eggplant is great roasted. It's great cooked down and turned into a dip. I'm pretty sure I have an eggplant dip on the website. It's also great fried. I use my air fryer now, so I slice it up, dip it in some egg and some gluten-free breadcrumbs, and then fry it up. You can serve it just like that, or you can turn it into something like eggplant parm. But and grill. You can always grill. A majority of these vegetables can be grilled, they can be roasted, they can be added to stir fry, so lots of ways to use them. New this week, we have tomatillos. Tomatillos, we're going to leave the husks on. So they look like a green tomato with a husk. Leave the husks on. Stored on the countertop usually. If you want, you can store them in a bag in the fridge or in the crisper drawer. Once you're ready to use them, you're gonna peel that husk off. They are waxy. They kind of have, I guess that's the best description of the outside of them. They're a little bit waxy, so wash them off. They can be eaten raw, but most of the time they are grilled or roasted. There's great recipes for like salsa verdes, for sauces that include tomatillos, or just simply roast them or grill them as a side to any dish, especially like a steak dish, burgers, that would all work. So those are tomatillos. We have more tomatoes. Tomatoes like to be at room temperature, so best to store them right on the counter. Once you're ready to use them, wash them off. slice them up. You can eat them just like this. This is what I did last week. I just sliced them up, put a little sea salt on them, and ate them as is, as a snack. You can make a tomato salad. You can slice them up and serve them on sandwiches or on burgers, or chop them up and use them on salads. You can make pico de gallo. You could do a combo of a tomatillo and tomato salsa. What else? So, I mean, we pretty much just eat them raw, just like this. I feel like roasting them. You can roast them and turn them into a sauce. So if you still have tomatoes from last week and you're starting to accumulate tomatoes, roast a big batch and make some roasted tomato sauce. That's also on the website, but store it on the countertop. We got to pick a quart of cherry tomatoes this week. The ones that were marked were all orange. So we got orange cherry tomatoes, delicious. Store it on the counter just like this. Wash them up before you're ready to eat them. And a great snack, or a great addition to a veggie tray. Again, another item we can add to the veggie tray. You can also make a big salad, and since we didn't get lettuce this week, you could either use the dandelion greens as the base or just do a veggie filled salad, so a non-lettuce based salad. That's an option also. A pasta salad would be really good with a lot of the vegetables we got this week also. But stored on the countertop. I'm pretty sure this week's recipe, or maybe next week's recipe, is going to focus on the cherry tomatoes, or either of the tomatoes, so stay tuned for that. But there's lots of ways to use cherry tomatoes. Stored on the counter. Okay, we have more new potatoes. The new potatoes are stored in the fridge because they are not cured. We can chop them up, we can roast them. We can shred them, and a recipe, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, was potato waffles, which were phenomenal. So look at that if you haven't tried that yet. You can make hash browns for breakfast or breakfast for dinner. You can make a roasted sheet pan vegetable tray. You can also make potato salad, but stored in the fridge because these are uncured. 3 more items. We have torpedo onions. Look how pretty they are. Torpedo onions are stored in the fridge because they are uncured. The entire thing can be used, so both the bottom and the top. Your tops you want to chop up, you can use them as a garnish or just to flavor any dish. Again, a great addition to a sheet pan meal or a stir fry. Pretty sure torpedo onions will be used in this week's recipe, so stay tuned for that. We have dandelion greens. Dandelion greens are stored in a Debbie Meyer green bag in the fridge. These can be eaten raw, so use them as a base for a salad. Wash them up really good. You can soak them in some salt water. That will help take out a little bit of the bitterness. You can also saute them. So there is a dandelion green recipe on the website for sauteing. I think I have bacon in that one. And last but not least, we have some more beautiful carrots. I'm pretty sure these carrots are going to be showcased in this week's recipe, which will be posted on Thursday. Very first thing you want to do with these carrots is chop off the tops. The greens get stored separately in a Debbie Meyer green bag. The bottoms get stored either in another Debbie Meyer green bag, in your crisper drawer, or in a Ziploc bag. The bottoms, you can eat raw, peel them, throw them on veggie trays, throw them in a salad, add them to your dandelion greens raw to make a nice dandelion green salad. You can roast them, you can grill them. What else? Stir fries, you can add them to stir fries. You can pickle them. I'm pretty sure there's a quick carrot pickle recipe on the website. If not, then look at the PDFs on the hub, and I know there's a quick pickle PDF that's a generic. You can use any produce for that. The tops, there's a recipe for a carrot top chimichurri. If you're not sure what to do with the tops, you can eat them raw. Just really soak them and make sure they're nice and clean before you use them. You can chop them up and use them as a garnish. You can add them to dressings, to marinades. If you're not going to use them, then chop them up and wash them really well, dry them, and throw them into your freezer bag for veggie broth. Don't throw them away. That is it for this week. So make sure that you focus on what you still have left from last week. This week, probably one of the first items you're going to want to figure out what you're doing with are your dandelion greens. Just a reminder that I will not be doing a live next Tuesday. I'll be away. I will resume the following Tuesday. So I will see you all again in 2 weeks. Thanks.